doing the day-to-day tasks, or is he gonna just?
I think Reggie is there right now. What's happening now is, as he tells me, and I'll accept his word because I've been in there once, and he's been doing some remodeling inside. While he's been closed, he's been trying to make a few changes. I would indicate that most transfers, we do also what are called management agreements. In addition to an MQ, you have a written document that basically sets forth, and it says that essentially the new manager is in charge. The only thing that the new manager can't do before the transfer is he can't commit waste. Now, that's a legal term, which means he can't go out and alter the building that might hurt it. He can't go out and do anything. He can't, get rid of furniture or fixtures that might hurt it without the approval of the existing owner, which, they 99% of the time, everybody works together. And I would expect Reggie to work with a new owner. But yeah, the whole point would be to get a new owner in right away, under a written agreement that says, here's what you're going to do. We're going to allow you to do this. And then at the same time, normally when everything's properly filed from a time perspective, we hear renewals and transfers at the same time.
So I am not okay with it opening back up and Reggie running it, honestly.
That's
I
yeah,
don't-
my
Okay.
concern.
Everybody agrees.
All
I
right, fair
don't
enough.
know that I'm okay with niece and nephew running it as managers, because here, Uncle Reggie, you run it until we can get this transfer and all this paperwork done, right? Because it's just whose name's on the paper. It's not actually who's running it, who's doing it. We don't,
Are you
but
guys more
are-
comfortable with non-family members taking it over? Would your answer be different if it were somebody completely unrelated that says, hey, I want to buy this, here's the price, I'll pay it, here's the money, it's sitting in an escrow account awaiting approval by the local board and the commission? Would you feel differently if somebody that was not related to him came in to buy this and operate it?
I probably would, but here's
We
the
need to know
thing.
that too. We need to know
Well,
that too.
But it's not our decision to say you can't keep it in the family. That's not what we're saying. But what I am also concerned about is, like everybody said, just so if we renew it today and even until December, it opens up, it's same old. Maybe there will be no violations in the next 5 months, but we can't, once we renew it, like, we're committed.
Locked in.
It's yes, because it's gonna be open and operating. We can't put any stipulations on it, put it that way. So that's my concern about just being open and just being a family member. We've never wanted Reggie to lose this business. So please understand that. We've all said, man, we should just sell it, make some money for your retirement, so that you have something to live on. But so that's not our intention, is to
All right.
break you.
Could I offer an additional suggestion? And this is something that I'll go on the record and I'll say, either I'll do it or I'm not going to help anymore. I'm done. And that is, first off, can you pull this permit up? Can you find it?
Yeah,
Is it still showing active or is it showing in escrow?
it'd take me a minute.
Because my guess is I think it still shows active, even though it's expired.
Correct. I don't believe it. Well, I don't think he's ever filed an escrow
Well,
request.
we haven't, because at the time, I don't think we thought it would take this long. But be that as it may, in a way, 30 days have gone by, so we already know that to get it reactivated, for them to even give him a letter of extension, he'd have to have a final inspection. Means excise has to come in. We would be willing, if it would help, I would be willing to put it in escrow right away. And he wouldn't have to go for a hearing on that, because the first 2 years of escrow, they just simply put it in escrow. As long as you meet the criteria, you're closed, you're not operating, they'll put it in escrow. And we could have an understanding in writing on the escrow form that it will not come out of escrow, it won't be approved by excise until the new ownership, the proposed new ownership has met with excise and talked to them. And we have done that. I've done that a lot, where we say, okay, fine. Then we'll let, put our money where our mouth is, and we'll bring them in. You talk to them. If you don't like them, then we'll go back to we'll have to find plan B. But we would be willing, I guess what I'm saying is we'd be willing to keep it closed until Officer Trauber has a comfort level that she feels she can go back to you guys and say, I've talked to him. I think this is going a different direction now. I'm okay with it. Let's see how it plays out. We'd be willing to stay closed until that happens. Keeping in mind that obviously we have a tremendous incentive to make that happen quickly, because if he's going to actually sell this business, it's a lot easier to sell an open business than it is to sell one that's shuttered with an alcohol permit. We do have a tremendous incentive to get Officer Trauber comfortable with whatever new direction this bar goes. A renewal and stay closed is better than not a renewal. It's like half a loaf is better than no loaf. It may not be what I would like to see, but at the end of the day, it's still something I can work with. So, again, it's your call as to what you guys are willing to do. I would say that even though you guys say that you can't force anything on a permit holder, yes, that is true, but it means something. They read these minutes. They'll read about this, the whole thing at the next commission meeting when it's on. And they will make it very clear that the commission will know exactly how the board voted and why it voted whatever way it did. So they would, as I said, I'd be willing to put in an escrow request that says it won't come out of escrow until there's a comfort level, whether it's with a family buyer or somebody else.
I can't pull any of this up, so it's not working.
I do think it's still an active permit. I don't think it's an escrow.
Yeah, I don't think so either. If an escrow request hasn't been submitted, then there wouldn't be an escrow because they won't put
right.
it in escrow.
I don't recall that I've submitted one, and I can do that. I'm happy to do that. I will do that.
I mean,
So-
what Mark pointed out about the expired 30 days, yeah, they will need an final inspection in order to get reopened.
And
So
that
if I
final,
don't do it, it doesn't get
right.
opened.
Or you can do that final inspection under whatever terms and conditions you believe are appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a lot of leeway there. And we understand that. I accept it. Again, a renewed permit, even if we're closed, is better than no permit at all. I don't think. Now I'd have to hold me. I don't recall that because I went to the auction in 2022, May of 2022 was the decennial census auction. I don't think Plymouth had any permits that were auctioned off, which means Plymouth didn't have sufficient population growth between 2010 and 2020 to warrant new permits. If this permit goes away, it's not going to go to the auction. It's just going to go away. It's just one less permit for somebody who wants to make an investment in the city of Plymouth. And, I'd like for that not to happen. If there's any way for that not to happen.
Yeah, it's still active.
Can it be considered to be at 90 days
Rephrase your question. I don't understand.
instead of renewing through the end of the year, through the end of October?
No, because
That's an animal
technically
that
we're either
Doesn't
renewing
exist.
it for, we have options to deny a permit, to renew it for 1 year, or to renew it for 2 years. Those are our only three options. The thing about renewing it for 1 year is his 1 year is up in December.
Okay, so
So that's why the end of the year keeps coming up.
I suppose there is a way that you could address this and get to your 90 days. And that is, I had asked to have this meeting continued into September. But we're here. You guys can on your own motion move to continue it, not take a vote. And you can move to take it into October. If you take it into September, you're within 90 days. Right now, we're within 120 days. I think probably 135 days because, again, this board always meets the first Tuesday, and I think that permit expires during the third week of December. It's like right before Christmas. So there's a lot of ways to get there that would address your concern where we wouldn't have to just simply vote straight down, which is what I'm asking you not to do. Under these circumstances, please don't vote straight down.
Continuing it till September or even October isn't going, I mean, it would give them more time to find a buyer or something, but it's not going to,
It doesn't help us get open sooner. It doesn't help us get a final inspection from you
Yeah.
any sooner. That doesn't help us.
yeah, it doesn't, it's not going to prevent them from opening any more than if we voted today. If we voted to approve it, it's not gonna help them get open sooner. Yeah, I just don't see a benefit of it, honestly.
And we're talking really the difference between what you're comfortable with and what we're asking for is 45 days. Which I think in the grand scheme of things is probably gonna go by pretty fast.
definitely not comfortable with it reopening.
Agreed.
Yeah. I
Okay.
just can't.
I mean, okay.
I mean, if this instance happens again and someone gets seriously hurt, who's, what are we gonna look at? Why the local board approve that?
I get it. But I think if that's your vote, I'd ask you to vote to renew with the express concern and express desire that the permit not be permitted to reopen until new ownership / management is vetted by the state excise police. Because that recommendation will be read in the commission meeting and made a part of those minutes. Because I don't think this
I
will
would say
be,
new ownership, not management.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, and I know they've listened to the stuff we've sent before. I mean, the meetings are always recorded and they always listen to when we do deny them, so. They've heard about it. It's nothing new to them.
Right, because our history at this board is we've denied this renewal twice. And now here we're hearing it again. So yeah, I mean, I guess I would be okay with renewing as well, as long as it didn't reopen, as long as a permit was put in escrow until a transfer of ownership
Sure.
could take place. Because like I said, I think a manager's questionnaire, especially if it's family, is just gonna be whose name's on the paperwork. It's not gonna change the business operation at all. And I
Okay.
think a new owner needs to actually be invested in it, whether it's financially or whatever, in order to make the change or just oversee, more responsibility there or something.
and that's fine. I believe that the family can work with that. Well, that family would find your reasoning understandable. They would find your reasoning understandable.
And I don't think that a family member couldn't buy it.
Right,
I think they just need to
Get it
be
transferred,
invested
right.
in it.
Right.
A manager's questionnaire, there's no investment. you know,
Agreed,
so.
fair enough. I mean, that's fine. Cause I mean, that's helpful to us. Because that gives us an opportunity to get an escrow request on file before, what's today? Today's the 5th, right?
yes.
So that means the commission's next meeting that this can be considered is the 19th. So that gives us time to get an escrow request on file by before the 19th, so that then they can approve it for escrow. Because once it's approved for escrow, it cannot come out until she says it can. At that point, it all belongs to her. So I think that
So does that
adequately,
escrow then expire at the end of this year?
Yes,
So regardless,
well, it expires,
with the permit.
with the
So it
permit,
would
yeah.
be December, yeah, and then they would have to file a new escrow saying we want to keep it in escrow until December of 26,
Okay.
which it wouldn't come here. It would just go to the commission and they could give it another year escrow.
now the
Basically
presumption
what they
is,
do, yeah.
the presumption is that wouldn't happen. The presumption is a new owner is gonna pay him money. They're gonna wanna get it open right away. But in order for them to do that, they still have to go through her.
Right,
But I think we don't mind if it's in escrow.
right,
yeah.
yes,
Because they can't
exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And so if it's in escrow, even if the commission gives them escrow from now until December of 26, which I could, because that's like a year and
They'll
5
approve
months,
they'll approve it through that time.
then I could see, even 2 or 3 years, if it's still in escrow, can be in escrow up to 5 years. It resolves our problem, so to speak.
Right,
Now I know what you're saying about, you hope to open it. It's not gonna sell if it's in escrow and all that, but it won't get reopened without an inspection.
Right.
And even if everything passes inspection in tip top shape, you can still say no.
On my inspection,
As far as, yeah, of allowing it to open.
I don't understand the question. I wouldn't do the
So you
inspection
just wouldn't do it.
if
Okay.
we weren't
Yeah.
ready, like that there was.
We're not good. We know, we're smart enough. We don't waste local board officers' time. They've got so many permits that they are responsible for. We are not gonna bring them over for something if we know the answer is no. We'll talk to them ahead of time and say, here's what we've done. We've got like 15 steps. We're at step 13 right now. And she may say, that's good enough for me. I'll come and see you. Or she may say, call me back when you've done 15. It
Right.
depends on the officer, but we will not waste their time and have them come out when we're not expecting the result that we hope for. We will not waste her time.
And it may be a thing where I won't do the inspection until it is on the agenda as a transfer of ownership. And then I would do it as an inspection, just like I would with every other
Right.
new or transfer on our agenda.
Right.
Does that sound good to you?
yes, yeah,
Answer your questions?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll just make a motion to approve the renewal with the permit in escrow through the end of December.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye.
Aye,
Aye.
Okay. Thank you.
We thank you for everything.
okay.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Yep. Thanks for coming.
Thank you all thank you.
Okay, next we have, the Bremen Convenience Store, DL 5034097 beer wine. If you want to come all the way to the front, state both of your names, for the recording. And tell us what you've got going on, what this is all telling.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Rachel Schnetzler, attorney for Bremen Convenience Store.
Jadwinder Singh,
He's the owner.
Jadwinder Singh, owner of the Bremen Tobacco Inc.
Jawinder?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is an application for a new dealer permit, beer and wine dealer grocery store. Jadwinder's owned Bremen Convenience Store for how many years now?
I think for a year.
4 years. Go ahead.
This is DL 50340097. I can't remember if anybody
I
said
think I
that.
said it, but now you said it, I don't
Okay.
remember if I did either.
I don't remember either. So he's been operating there, for several years. A dealer permit became available, with the changes in April of the new permits that became available, through the state. So he wanted to be able to offer, beer and wine, to go for customers that are coming into the convenience store. Also, I believe Michelle, we talked by email. I'm not sure if the other members are
No.
aware of this, but
No,
there were some comments about the food offerings that were there at the convenience store. Previously, he did have some convenience options, chips, candy, snacks, things like that. But Michelle had mentioned more food options for people that are coming into the convenience store would be a good balance with the other offerings that are there, such as tobacco. And then if the board approves, the beer and wine offerings that are there. So he has added some additional food offerings if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we got it, some dairy product also, like more quantity of chips, and like a dairy product like yogurts, milk, sandwiches, cold sandwich, and cheese kind stuff.
okay,
There's also an
And we
ice
have
cream, full ice cream
like
counter too that was
12
added.
12 flavors ice creams, we got it.
okay. Are you guys familiar with this location?
Say, where's is that?
Okay, it's, on the, it would be the, it's
Wendy-
just west of Woody's grocery.
Oh, it's on the corner. It used to
On the
be, it was
corner,
the
so
a
in the northwest corner.
beautician and it was a veterinarian hospital and I know where you mean.
Okay,
I didn't know that had been a convenience store for 4 years.
well, it hasn't, so
Okay.
that's what I was gonna kind of tell you. So it opened up as a tobacco store, only it was within 1,000 feet of the school. So excise came in and said, you can't have a tobacco store here. It's too close to school. And so they, as opposed to having it walk in where a 21-year-old could grab whatever tobacco they wanted and buy it, they had to lock everything up and put it behind the counter. So what my email to Rachel was, and to Mr. Singh, the owner, was that my concern is, it's still a tobacco store. It just had everything locked up. You didn't have self-serve, but I even asked the clerk, how much tobacco do you sell? 85%, 89, 90% tobacco sales in here because there was almost no chips, candy, whatever. And she said, yes, she said probably 85 to 90% was tobacco sales, pipes and papers and such. So that's when I emailed Rachel and said, look, this is still tobacco store. Like no one under 21 really has much business going in there at this point. And so she said she would talk to the owner about adding more items to become a convenience store. Because the law says once they get beer and wine, they can't sell more than 25% in beer and wine. Well, the amount of open floor space that they had when I was in there would have made this like a alcohol tobacco store. It was just, I was like, that's not gonna work. So that's where we were wanting to go with, you gotta be a convenience store, like every other gas station convenience store type thing. So mini mart,
Right.
whatever, so.
And I wasn't sure, I know you went in there before. I'm assuming you're gonna do another inspection.
Yes.
He did take pictures if you
Okay.
wanted to see, while we're here as well as the
Sure.
new additions, so.
Yeah,
we
that
can-
would help our vote today
Okay.
anyway, and then I would still need to do an inspection, but
Sure.
at least that would help the board know, like,
That changes have been made. and-
Yes.
And also we are thinking to add it some, like, we have a propane also outside, and
Okay.
we are adding it ice bags also.
okay. Okay.
Did you want the notice?
Yes,
posting too?
please, thank you.
You're welcome. So this is the ice cream counter that was added.
Yep. Can I scroll through?
Yeah,
Is that
that's
okay?
fine,
And
that's
then I'll let them scroll back.
Yeah, that's fine, that's
Okay, so you got some Monster cooler drinks, because you didn't have any cold beverages before, really?
No, we was have it drinks. We was have 2 coolers of drinks before.
Okay. Looks
Yep.
like you got a few more.
We just added a dairy product one.
Okay. Okay, and so, and here is where you have sandwiches and whatnot, yogurts. Okay, yeah, you guys can scroll through there. Because, yeah, the law, you still have to comply with the no more than 25% in alcohol sales.
Okay.
And no more than, I think it's 85% in tobacco sales.
Yes.
In order to have this grocery permit. So,
Yeah, I think with the changes, that shouldn't be a problem.
okay. And the manager that you had, she was super nice, and she said she ordered all the products. She said, "So tell me what I need to order." And I was like, "Well, hang on, you
Yeah.
gotta talk to the owner, like, you can't just."
You're like, he's probably not gonna be thrilled if I tell you what I want,
Exactly.
but tell her your favorite snack. So if you stop in there, you know they're
Yeah.
gonna be there.
Yeah,
She's with me like almost like more than 5 years. So
okay,
she's taking off a gas station and this. So she's just ordering whatever is new stuff is coming, in
mhm,
both locations. Yeah.
okay. Because you do have a lot of competition right there with Woody's grocery store,
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
you know,
It's not just gonna be one location where everybody's gonna go and
yeah,
get beer and wine. So yeah, there are other dealers around that general
Yeah,
area.
Bremen don't have it. Ice creams, like
Mhm.
kids come like after school or in lunch,
We have Dairy
for-
Queen.
but it's a little far from the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think they can leave during the day.
No, not during the day, like after school.
After
Yeah.
They just come over there.
Yeah.
In summer, usually they get ice creams with the parents.
Mm. Yeah, so, I mean, maybe you need to focus, you do need to have some grocery type items for a grocery store permit, but maybe focus a little bit more on things that Woody's wouldn't necessarily have that
Mhm.
maybe,
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
ice cream will be a good,
Yeah.
good addition
Yeah, ice
for
cream. I
that.
don't know, is a Woody's salad oil, like a car stuff?
I don't know.
They sell
yeah,
what?
I don't need to.
Like oil, like
Oil,
products
product,
for
like for the
automobiles.
cars.
Yes, they
And-
do. I
oh, they
shop
do.
at Woody's.
Okay.
I like Woody's.
Okay.
Woody's is a very nice small town grocery.
Is it they do wood bundles?
Wood
Oh, wood
bundles,
bundles.
I don't know.
I don't know if they do or not.
Yeah,
Can't,
just
Yeah.
to be thinking about things
Yeah.
you could,
are there, all employees will be trained on selling the alcohol and the tobacco, or
Yes.
do you have, what kind of training do you have for those folks?
Yes, all employees I have it she's managing and she have experience almost like more than 3-4 years. Because I got it a license, beer wine license. We never have it any violation in BHM Petroleum, and she used to work it over there too on beer. Like she have experience more than 4 years.
Yeah,
4
Miss
years.
Ursing has 4 other
And-
dealer permits in Indiana, so that particular employee and manager.
But is there other employees, just her? I mean, that
No.
they have the training
No,
on,
my all employees have it.
Okay.
My 4 location. I have 4 location with
but
the
at
beer.
that location?
Yes, and yeah, we have it. Me also and another my employee, and he have it also beer wine like
The serve
experience.
permit.
I personally have it beer wine license since 2018. Never got a violation
okay.
in any location.
Well, they did post the orange sign and I got the affidavit, so. And I would, do another inspection there before, even though we saw the photos, I would still go out and do one more inspection before, I send it on to the commission.
I don't know, maybe we just or do it for a year, just see how things go for the
They're
first year?
always, first year is always 1 year.
Okay.
You making that
I
motion?
make a motion, we do it for a year and see how things go, and
Second.
all in favor?
Aye. Okay,
All right.
Thank
I'll
you.
stop out
you.
someday, so, what is it, Deidre, right?
Yes, Deidre.
Yeah, so just let her know if she might see me again one day.
We will try to add a more stuff. We just need a little time to get a order stuff, you know.
Well, and what I told her too, kind of figure out what your customers want, you
Mhm.
know,
Okay,
so.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you.
Let's see, then, did, oh,
Casey's never appeared, so we will have to continue them to the September meeting. That's September 2nd. And I will send them a notice to appear.
then last month's minutes, did everybody get a chance to read those?
Yep, motion to approve.
I'll second, all in favor?
I,
And do we have any other new business?
no,
No,
that's it.
okay, meeting adjourned.